Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome to The Missing Parts of Maria Gwozdek, which is a game where you sacrifice body parts and organs to get what you want in this world. Sometimes I wonder what my life would be like if I had never met him. Would I still be alive? And would it be a bad thing if I wouldn't? How are you feeling? I'm much better now, darling. Don't you worry. The nurse is really nice too. Will you come and visit me soon? I promise I will, Mom. As soon as I can. So we see our outline here. Good. How is work? As we lose organs and parts, I think that's gonna change. Okay, I mean, it's kind of chaotic at the moment, but it's going well. I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, it's medication time, dear. I have to go. Okay, Mom. I'll call you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. I was laid off 2 months ago and I can't bring myself to tell my mother. I can't ask her for money, as she's barely able to support herself, what of her illness, and I'm afraid the worry could make her worse. My landlord told me to pack my stuff and move out by the end of the week, which means the day after tomorrow. I haven't been able to bring myself to start packing though. I've been to about a dozen job interviews since I got the sack. What if I get a call? I know it's foolish, but I keep hoping. I don't have anywhere to go either. I suppose I might be able to crash for a few nights at my elder sister Carolina's place in Columbus. But Carolina and her husband Albert are just too successful to tolerate a miserable piece of shit like me for long, though. Then I can go to my mom's place in Martinsburg. It's been vacant since she was hospitalized. Problem is, if I couldn't find a job in Charleston, what are the chances of me getting one in Martinsburg? And how do I tell Mom? Fuck, what do I have to do to come to this? What am I supposed to do? Check the answering machine, go outside, or go to bed. Save my game. Check the answering machine. Hi Maria, did you call? I'm sorry we took the duck to see a movie. If it's about money though, I'm sorry, but we really can't help right now. And you really should learn to manage by yourself. Let me know if you can hear back from Walmart or whoever. Bye. Wow, such your love and support is most touching. I think I'm glad you weren't there when I called. What do I do now? Go outside. Yeah, I could do with a breath of fresh air. Figured to leave for the most part, but some little fresh air wouldn't hurt either. I put on my boots and slide on my coat, then walk out of the apartment and take the elevator to the first floor. The street is chilly and eerily quiet, with only the dull rumble of a distant traffic to remind that the city is still in motion. Most of the light seems to come from the condo's windows. I feel both uneasy and glad there are no people inside. Considering all our organs and everything are here, I'm assuming we're gonna meet someone and we're gonna make a deal like, give me money. I start walking. Doesn't matter where. I try not to think about anything, just absorb the starless void of the night. I hear a strange sound behind me, like gigantic wings flapping. I turn around but see nothing. But then when I turn back again... So they never called you back. Where else did this guy come from? And is it even a guy? They have green eyes, we have red. That's bad in this world, I think. Not Cyberdynamics, not London Sports, not Mendez Delivery. Not even Walmart. This city just doesn't need you. Who the fuck are you? What do you want? I am Oren, and I want to offer you a deal. No thanks. Please find somebody else. I can help you get a good job. Cyberdynamics. You want to make it back to you and offer you work? I can arrange that. How's that deal of yours work? Strange, mysterious person with green eyes. How's that deal of yours work? The deal is that I grant your wishes. Great, now I'm talking to a freaking fairy. You got it. We sign a contract, and I grant your wishes in return for your organs. Yeah, don't make a deal for your organs with a fairy. Well, they're probably not a fairy, but you get what I'm saying. I'm just going on what the pro tag said. My what? Organs. Body parts. Say, I give you that job at Cyberdynamics, and you give me an ear. Or an eye. Get the fuck away from me, you sick fuck. I start running away. It's that nut job chasing me. I don't dare look back. Panting, I open the condo door and rush to the elevator. I press the elevator button repeatedly, glancing back to see if he has followed me. When the elevator finally arrives, I jump in and press 4. I dart across the hallway to my door. There's some kind of note under it. I grab it, get inside the apartment, and lock the door behind me. I'm gasping. Should I call the police? Should I call Carolina? What exactly was that? I'm so confused. I notice a note and I'm still holding my trembling hand. Contract. You wanna be a magical girl? I mean, you wanna give me your organs? I hereby agree to have my wishes granted in exchange for 1 organ or body part per wish. For my first wish, I agree to part with my blank. Fill in the blank to initiate the contract. The rest of the page is filled with tiny letters describing the terms of the deal. What's like the extent of these wishes? Could you like really go wild with them? Like, could you just wish like your organs back, or say like, oh, I wish to be able to regenerate organs? It's like, all right, well, I mean that's a wish. Okay. Now that I can regenerate organs, I'm just gonna like go off my list of wishes. Anyway, let's get back. Holy fuck, that bastard knows where I live. I tear the contract in 4 and throw it in the bin. I really should call the police. Instead, I start crying. What have I done to deserve this? I've got no money and no job. My mother's in hospital. My sister doesn't give a fuck about me. And now some sicko is stalking me. God, do you hear me? Why me? My whole body's shaking, I crawl to bed. I'm sobbing so hard I can't breathe. This is so damn cruel. If the fucker wants to cut my ear off, let him get in. Just fucking do it. I don't care anymore. I put my head under the pillow and try to calm down. But the sobbing just won't go away. My throat is burning now. My body's drained of strength. I get off the bed and sit on the floor next to the bin. An organ for a wish, you said. I fish the torn contract out and put the pieces together. I reach for the table and grab a pencil and write in. Ear or eye? Do we lose... When you say ear, are we like taking out the ear canal and everything? Or are we just taking like... the out exterior parts? Eye is a more direct one. I think losing vision in one... Well, you can have a vision in one eye too. It's a toss-up. There's pros and cons to both. I mean, because I have relatives with just, one eye, and they're basically almost non-effective once they get used to it. Ear, eye. Ear for now. We might need to give up the eye later. I leave the contract on the floor and go back to bed. Fuck all this, I really need to sleep. The room is huge and empty. There's no furniture, no windows, and strangely no door. All there is a vast space between 4 carmine walls. I hear what sounds like muffled voices coming from the outside. I call out, but I can barely hear my own voice. The room seems to absorb every sound. My steps are silent as I go from one wall to another looking for a way out. Suddenly I sense another presence in the room. I turn around and see a dark figure with glowing green eyes. Before I can react, the figure reaches out for my head and tears my ear off. The room swallows my scream. When I wake up, it's bright outside. I'm in bed, still in my boots, and something hurts in my head. The phone is ringing. Did Caroline decide to show me mercy? I pick up the receiver. Hello? So I'm still not fully sure how to say that last name. I was kind of looking up stuff about it, but it was really hard to find information about that. So bear with me as I try to make an educated guess. Hello, is this Maria Gwozdek? I think it may have like a little more of a rolling sound to name, like Gwozdek. I think. That's just my guess. Yes? This is Mark from Cyberdynamics. You had interviewed us in January for a position in the sales department. We have revealed many applications that consider you to be the most suitable candidate for the position. Are you still interested in the job? If we're gonna get a wish, we should just wish for money. Yeah, just skip the middleman. Yes, I mean, absolutely. When do I start? We are waiting for you tomorrow at 9. Do you remember the address? I do. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you. I cannot believe this is happening. Cyberdynamics is probably the most competitive vacancy I've applied for. And I thought the interview didn't go that well. Who cares though? I've got a job there. Take that, dudes. I start to cry tears of joy. The receiver is still pressed against my ear. Then I realize the receiver is pressing directly to my skull. Suddenly I remember last night. Yeah, so we could still hear. I rush to the bathroom and look in the mirror. One of my ears is missing. I don't hear from Oren again. I cannot seem to find the contract anywhere. So they're taking literal organs. They're not taking everything from that part of the head, thankfully. When Carolina learns that I got a job, she transfers $1,000 to my account so I can pay my rent. I'm able to pay her back the following month. Now that I have a proper job, my sister suddenly seems to like me. She invites me to her place in Columbus every now and then, and even Albert seems friendly enough. I grow long hair to cover my missing ear. I still feel uncomfortable in public, but I learn to manage it. I even find a boyfriend. His name is Tim, and he's a manager at Mendez. I can't say I don't enjoy this new life, but I do feel incomplete without my ear, and I keep seeing dreams of the Carmine room. Hi, Maria. Are you busy tomorrow evening? You're here at 6. Everyone's got red eyes in this universe. Sure, I'll be there, boss. Okay, I'll be there. I like how we did, actually representational of the change, so we have long hair now. Excellent, bye now. I put down the receiver, and now in the corner of my eye, I see Tim glaring at me. Let me guess, no movies tomorrow because you're letting Omar exploit you again. Tim, it's not like that. I just don't understand it, Maria. You love work so much. Don't you care about anything else? Or is it Omar? You'd rather spend time with him than me? Tim, this is ridiculous. You know what's ridiculous, Maria? The way he uses you. You let that old bastard call you up at 3 in the morning and order you to deliver him a pizza. You'd crawl to him. What are you, his dog? Why are you talking to me like this? Do you hate me so much? It's because I have one ear. Oh, for fuck's sake, quit playing that card. You know what, Maria? I'm sick of this. You don't know what you want in life. I don't want to spend my life trying to fix it. I'm leaving. I think this is tied to the contract. Because how else are they going to bait you to give up more organs? Even the boyfriend, I think, is tied to it in a weird way. I watched Tim dart out of the apartment. I'm angry and desperate and confused. I don't call after him. I either try to stop him or to say he's left his umbrella behind. I go to the kitchen and pour myself a whiskey. This should stop the shaking. Okay, I need something to do. Watch TV. I try watching an episode of Family Guy to distract myself, but I just can't focus. Then I switch to the news. It's the usual deal, war and terrorism, the cataclysms and crises. I can't say I care much about today. Never does a music video by the Strokes have much of a soothing effect. Fuck this. It's not working. I turn the TV off. I decided to take a walk to get my mind off of what happened. It's sunny outside, but I take my umbrella just in case. In West Virginia, you never know when it will start raining. As I walk out of my apartment and lock the door behind me, I hear a strange sound coming from the elevator. I turn around. See, it's always represented by the flapping of wings. Long time no see, Maria. I instantly know who this is. Why are you here? Why are you here? To fulfill your wish. You already did. I don't have any further wishes. You didn't read the terms of the deal, didn't you? It's a lifelong contract. Every time you make a wish, I will make it come true. But I didn't make any new wishes. Just a few minutes ago, didn't you say, I wish he could understand what it feels like? What? You can't possibly mean that. I will make your friend Timothy understand what it feels like to be missing a body part, and you will give me a body part for fulfilling your wish. Yeah, see, it's a trap. I told you. Don't make weird contracts. Unless you have a good lawyer. A fairy lawyer. Please don't do this to him. Please don't do this to him. I have to. It is my obligation under the terms of our contract, Maria. So which body part will you give me in return? An arm. A leg. None. I won't give you anything. Fuck off. Would you rather I decide what to take? I could take your heart, you know. I start sobbing. Arm or leg? Arm. Take my arm. But can you please leave Tim alone? I beg you, just take my arm. Don't hurt him. It's too late, Maria. Be careful of what you wish for. I collapse on my knees as Oren walks away, calls the elevator and disappears. I press my head against the wall. I hear a door open behind me and an old woman walks past me towards the elevator. Staring at me as she does. I don't care. I down 4 energy drinks tonight to keep myself from sleep. I'm afraid of falling asleep and waking up without a limb. Even more so, I don't want anything to happen to Tim. I consider calling him, but what can I say? Be careful, there is a magical creature who wants to take away your body part. If I do warn Tim, can that really stop Oren? By sunrise, I can't resist sleep anymore. I turn on my stereo and crank up the volume, but I still fall asleep on my chair minutes later. I find myself in the Carmine room again. It seems to have gotten bigger. There's still no door to be found. I notice something on the opposite wall. A window. This could be my way out. No, the window's gonna snap on the arm. I rush to the window. My steps are always so soundless. When I get close, I realize there's only a painting. In the painting, a group of children are playing on a seashore under a bright blue sun. Could there be something behind the painting? I carefully remove the frame from the wall and discover a big square hole it concealed. Suddenly, a long black arm emerges from the hole. I scream and back away, but the arm is so long and so quick. It grabs my arm and starts pulling at, tearing it away. I feel my tendons snap and my muscles tear with a horrible sound. My mouth fills with blood. Is blood what? The walls are this color. Just before I lose my senses, I notice a pair of devilish green eyes staring at me from inside the hole. The following day, I wake up with a prosthetic where my arm used to be. It doesn't really hurt, but as soon as I see it, I vomit. Well, at least they're nice enough not to leave us like bleeding out. They gave us a prosthetic. A very weird exchange. That same day, I learned that Tim got in a drunken fight in a bar and was stabbed in the eye. They removed his eye and replaced it with a prosthetic. I visit Tim in the hospital, but he tells me to get out. He seems to blame me for what happened. Of course, he has no idea how right he is. I tell everyone I had developed an infection and had to have my arm amputated. Caroline doesn't seem to believe me. I think she suspects it might have had something to do with Tim. I guess she thinks he was violent or something, but she never really says anything. Omar transfers me to a less physically demanding job. The money is still good, though. In fact, technically speaking, he was giving me more promotion. Out of pity, of course. I'm disgusted with myself for accepting it, but I couldn't afford to refuse. Mother is ailing and her prognosis isn't good. She's almost lost her sight. I come to visit as much as I can, but never tell her about my lost limb. I start avoiding people, limiting my social interactions to my family and my workplace. I feel exposed with my prosthetic even though I camouflage it well. I almost cherish my phantom pains as they remind me of the time I was more complete. Nightmares of the Carmine room become more frequent. There's never a way out. Hi, dear. Hi, Carolina, and hi, Albert. Albert rushes into the hallway and helps me take off my coat. I'm still adapting to my prosthetic arm and putting on and taking off my clothes as something of a pain. Today is a pain quite literally, as I have an unusually bad phantom pain since the morning. I try to hide it, though. Thank you, Albert. No problem. Sorry, I better not leave the stove for long. Albert disappears into the kitchen. Albert, you look a lot like Tim. So how's Mom doing? I went to South Carolina to visit Mom yesterday. No improvements. A doctor told me, that we shouldn't be too hopeful. I see. I'll go see her next week. Where's Duck? So where's the birthday boy? He's in the living room playing on his PC. We keep me company there for a few minutes while we finish up in the kitchen. His friends will be here soon. You'll save me from them then? I promise. It's Duck's 6th birthday today and he's having a party. Carolina's invited me even though she knows I'm terrible with kids. I guess it's just because I haven't visited for a while. She asked me to stay the night, as I usually do when I come over. I walk into the living room. Duck notices me and pauses his game. Hi there, Duck. Happy birthday. Oh no. Are we gonna get baited by birthday wishes? Hi, Maria. Did you bring a present? Sure did. But you have to wait for the party to start to find out what it is. Is it hope and dreams? No, Duck. There's no such thing. Okay. Dad told me to think of a wish to make. Sad laugh. Did you think of one? Yes, but I can't tell you. I had many wishes, but I chose the most important. What's your most important wish? No. Duck is blissfully unaware how uncomfortable a territory this is for me. I don't know, Duck. I have too many. But if you had only one you can ask for, what would it be? It's hard to say off the top of my head. I need to think about. Come on. Everybody has a wish. Tell me yours. Please? It's my birthday. Maybe it's not Duck. Maybe it's a trap. Duck's always like this. Whenever things don't go his way, he makes a scene. He may be right, though. I can't run away from my wishes forever. Or can I? There's so many things I want to happen, but I'm not ready to pay the price. What's your number one wish? I don't know how the missing parts back would work, considering you have to give up a part to get a part. Let's just go to make my mother better. For my mother to get better. Yeah, I wish Grandma would get better too. Yeah. Okay, now it's done. I may never wish despite promising myself never to do that again. and I know what's going to follow. I wonder if Oren has followed me to Ohio, or if he'll wait for me to return to West Virginia. We chat with Duck a little more. Just before we run out of things to talk about, two of his friends arrive. Their mothers join Albert and Caroline in the kitchen, and I said to follow suit. But before that, I need to use the bathroom. Don't be in the bathroom! I walk to the bathroom. Using the bathroom has become a challenge with this arm, but I've learned to manage. When I flush, I hear the doorbell ring. Another one of Duck's friends must have arrived. I wash my hands and lean against the wall for a few moments. Guess who? The phantom arm is killing me. Just another moment. Okay, I walk out of the bathroom. Hi, Maria. Oh my god, is it? Who else? You made a wish, and I'm here to grant it. We don't have much time, though. What will you give me in return? A kidney, perhaps? A lung? Yeah, let's go with kidney. I feel like lung is pretty bad. If you had to pick one. Take my kidney. But will you really heal my mother? Of course. Have I ever let you down? Fuck you, Oren. Okay, let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. Carolina comes out of the kitchen carrying a tray of food. Albert is behind her with the birthday cake. Neither of them seem to notice anything strange about Oren's presence. What are you two whispering about in the hallway? Come to the dining room with us. I'm in the Carmine room. The voices coming from the outside seem to have gotten louder. They sound worried. I can almost make out the words, but not quite. I look around. To my disbelief, I notice a door in the far corner. The door is ajar and I see a light coming from the outside. This is my chance to escape. I rush to the door. I stumble and fall on the floor. The floorboards are sticky and emit a foul smell. Is there something under the floor? I get up and make for the door. The voices are almost clear now. I can smell the fresh air coming from the outside. I feel the stray threads of the wind touch my hair. A dark figure appears in the doorway, obscuring all light and muffling the voices. The emerald green eyes stare at me with a cold indifference. A long arm reaches for my chest. Suddenly I am frozen. I cannot scream. I cannot breathe. I just feel the creature's hand break from my ribcage. Youch. It hurts more than all the pain I've ever felt combined. But I do not even move. Only a shallow squeaking sound comes from my throat as the creature's hands fumbles inside my body. Then I feel something snap inside me. My insides are burning like 1,000 suns. The hand not covered in blood produces an organ. The creature seems to smile at me as everything around turns black. I wake up in the early hours of the next morning. The phantom arm is gone, but I feel a strange hollowness inside. I go to the hospital later that day and my doctor confirms one of my kidneys is missing. She assures me this does not pose a threat to my life and seems to believe I was born that way. The missing kidney indeed has little effect on my life. I have to follow a stricter diet, but in that my life does not change much. I do feel painfully incomplete, however. My mother recovers and moves back to her home in Martinsburg. I come to visit every weekend and help her with the chores. Caroline and I are not that close anymore. We talk on the phone every now and then, but hardly ever visit her in Columbus. I immerse in my work at Cyberdynamics and my efforts are rewarded with another promotion. I find myself in charge of the sales division. I don't particularly enjoy having to be around so many people, but I try to do my best and Omar seems to appreciate my effort. I start out with Mark, the HR guy. He doesn't seem to mind my disability. On our second date, I learned that he himself has a prosthetic leg. Dreams of the Carmine room continue, but I almost learned to accept them. Even when I'm dreaming, I know there's no way out of that room. I decide not to make another wish ever again, and this time I better not give in. So we'll go back and we'll see if the final choices. I think the final choices are the big determinant factor for the ending. Let's go over to have my missing parts back. Have my missing parts back. I thought it'd be nice. I thought you'd say that. It would be nice if it comes true. Thanks, I guess. Alright, let's go skip ahead. I'm gonna give it the lung. Take my lung, but will it give you back my ear and arm? Of course. Have I ever let you down? I am in the Carmine room. The voices coming from the outside seem to have gotten louder. They sound worried. I can almost make out the words, but not quite. I look around. In my disbelief, I notice a door in the far corner. The door is ajar and I see a light coming from the outside. This is my chance to escape. I rush to the door, I stumble and fall on the floor. The floorboards are sticking in a foul smell. Is there something under the floor? I get up and make for the door. The voices are almost clear now. I can smell the fresh air coming from the outside, feel the stray threads of the wind touch my hair. A dark figure appears in the doorway, obscuring all light and muffling the voices. The emerald green eyes stare at me with a cold indifference. I back away, expecting the creature to attack me. Instead, it lingers in the doorway and then leaves, closing the door behind it. The door makes no sound, but I sense the lock turn. The door vanishes. I rush to the wall where the door was a moment ago. There's no trace of the exit now. The voices outside are muffled now, and no light seeps through. I bang my fist against the wall again and again till my bones snap and my hands start bleeding. The wall is cold and solid, and the carmine surface absorbs my blood. I wake up in the early hours of the morning and know that my ear and my arm are back where they used to be. I do feel a strange hollowness inside, though. I leave quietly while everybody is still sleeping. Later that day, I go to the hospital. A doctor confirms one of my lungs is missing. She assures me this does not pose a threat to my life and seems to believe I was born that way. The missing lung indeed has a little effect on my life. I have to limit my physical activity, but other than that my life does not change much. I do feel painfully incomplete, however. I'm glad to have my ear and arm back, but they feel fake somehow, like a very realistic prosthetic. My mother dies the following month. I feel bad for not asking Oren to heal her. Carolina and I grow distant again. My sister seems wary of me and does not seem to believe my explanation that my ear and arm have been restored thanks to experimental surgery. She surely has some crazy fear of her own, but it certainly can't beat the insane reality of my situation. I run into Tim in the street one day. He's drunk and unshaven, and he does not seem to recognize me. I quit my job in the cyberdynamics and moved to Columbia to see. I am only able to find a job there and rent a studio apartment near the river. I enjoy the fact that nobody there knows me, and I don't know anybody, and I tend to keep it that way. I keep seeing dreams of the Carmine Room, but I almost learn to accept them, even when I'm dreaming. I know there is no way out of the room. I decide not to make another wish ever again, and this time I better not give in. Alright, let's do the last choice. I break the contract I signed a while ago. To break a contract I signed a while ago. To break a contract? What contract? I'm sorry, but I can't tell you. Please? It's my birthday, you know? I'll tell you later, okay? It's really complicated legal stuff. Okay. Alright, skip ahead. So who else would it be? So you want out the contract, huh? Yes. Well, I'm sure you didn't read the terms, but there is actually an option to cancel. What do I have to do? Serve me. You'll become my tool for 10 years. I knew it would be something like that. How are you going to use me? You'll help me grant other people's wishes. Is that how you, like, do the, you possess bodies? You, like, that's how they worked out? I'm sure it's gonna be worse than it sounds. When do I start? When you wake up tomorrow. Okay, let's get this party started. Skip ahead. I'm in the Carmine Room. The voices coming from the outside seem to have gone louder. They sound worried. I can almost make out the words, but not quite. I look around. To my disbelief, I notice a door in the far corner. The door is ajar and I see a light coming from the outside. This is my chance to escape. I rush to the door. I stumble and fall on the floor. The floorboards are sticky and emit a foul smell. Is there something under the floor? I get up and make for the door. The voices are almost clear now. I can smell the fresh air coming from the outside. Feel the stray threads of the wind touch my hair. I run outside and find myself in a sunny garden. There are dozens of people here, speaking a language I do not understand. They do not seem to notice my presence. I walk past them, absorbing the sun and letting the wind caress my hair. I smell the ocean breeze in the distance and I know that is where I'm headed. At the gates of the garden, a dark figure of emerald eyes is waiting for me. It seems to be grinning. Oren makes me his tool as he promised, having me run errands for him. I hardly ever see him though. Every day I find an envelope with an assignment and a few $10 or $20 bills slipped under my door. Most of the assignments are connected to other people's wishes. I have to quit my job at Cyberdynamics, much to Omar's surprise and Carolina's disappointment. My mother dies the following month. I feel bad for not asking Oren to heal her. Carolina and I almost stopped talking now that nothing seems to connect us. Oren's assignments range from simple to terrible. Sometimes it's just talking to an old loner. Sometimes it's delivering a fix to a junkie in withdrawal. Once I have to call a girl whose boyfriend has cheated on her and pretend to be the girl he slept with, explain how I got him drunk and seduced him despite his protestations. One day Oren orders me to go to Tim's place and have sex with him. What the? Apparently Tim is lonely and desperate and misses me. When I get there, he's plastered and his face is covered in snot. He actually tries to hit me before he collapses on the floor. I still feel incomplete, but Oren's assignments keep me busy enough to almost not notice. How many contracts are you running in this town? I want to hate this new life as a slave, but I strangely don't. Of course, I can't wait to be free again. That's a long way to go. For now, I'm just glad I can have a wish without being afraid of it. And I'm so relieved the nightmares of trying to escape the Carmine room are gone. I'm gonna say saving the mom is probably the best ending. Overall, I feel like. I don't have any wishes. I don't have any wishes. Everybody has a wish. Well, not me. Liar. That's not very nice. It's not nice to lie. Doug turns away from him and pointedly turns to his PC. Good job, Maria. You just heard a kid on his birthday. I had no choice, though. After what happened to Tim, I promised myself never make any wishes. Not say them out loud. And if I could help it, not even making wishes with my thoughts. Whatever happens, I will not let Oren have any more of my body parts. I don't know what Oren uses them for, but he'll have to find another supply. I'm sure he has plenty. And I will live my life as best I can with what's left of me. Soon 2 of Duck's friends arrive. Their mothers join Albert and Caroline in the kitchen, and I decide to follow suit. When that party starts, I try to ignore Duck's bitter glances. I'm in the Carmine room. The voices coming from the outside seem to have gotten louder. They sound worried. I can almost make out the words, but not quite. I look around. To my disbelief, I notice a door in the far corner. The door is ajar, and I see a light coming from the outside. This is my chance to escape. I rush to the door. I stumble and fall on the floor. The floorboards are sticking amid a foul smell. Is there something under the floor? I get up and make for the door. The voices are almost clear now. I can smell the fresh air coming from the outside, feel the stray threads of the wind touch my hair. I run outside and find myself in a sunny garden. There are dozens of people here speaking a language I do not understand. As soon as they sense my presence, the conversation stops. The people start turning to face me. Their faces are blank. There's nothing but the eyes. I sense a menace in their stares. The people surround me. I consider retreating to the Carmine room, but it's too late. A few of them have blocked my path. The silent circle around me gets tighter. I want to say something, but words are stuck in my throat. What are they going to do to me? Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a dark figure with emerald eyes watching me from a distance. My mother dies the following month. I feel bad for not asking Oren to heal her. After the funeral, Caroline gives me a hug, which I don't remember her doing since I was a teen. We grow even closer, discovering a sisterly bond we never really shared before. I come to Columbus every other weekend. Doug doesn't like me, but Caroline doesn't seem to notice. I immerse myself in my work at Cyberdynamics, and Omar rewards my efforts with generous bonuses. I do not get another promotion, though. Next March, I learn that Tim died of renal failure. Apparently, he had taken to the ball since losing his eye and began neglecting his health. The autopsy shows he had only 1 kidney. I avoid interacting with people outside work, and with Caroline and her family the only exception. I don't want to be around people as it makes me feel too exposed, incomplete, and vulnerable. And I notice even my colleagues don't really like me. Nightmares of the Carmine room continue to haunt me and become almost nightly. I start taking Xanax and try to convince myself it makes me feel better, but it probably doesn't. Maybe it helps a little with the phantom pains. Sometimes I think I hear the sounds of gigantic wings flapping nearby, but when I turn around, no one is there. I think Oren is trying to wear me down, forcing me to make another wish out of desperation. There are moments when I feel this close to doing so, but I'm able to restrain myself. Come what may, I'm going to put up a fight. Yes, that ending is... So either not making any wishes or wish for the mother's health seem to be the best endings. Because one is essentially a miracle. Like they're gonna die. It's literally a miracle. And the other one's kind of neutralish, like she still dies, but you don't lose any more parts, and the demon, whatever it is anyway, doesn't get the satisfaction of taking anything. So, that's it for the missing parts of Maria Gwozdek. I think this is a pretty good kind of horror thriller visual novel. It's a classic premise of like making a deal with the I think they call it Faustian choice. I could be wrong. I could be mixing up things, but I think that's what it is. The classic deal with the devil kind of thing. But it's not a very like positive one, because it works like, it seems like it's a little bit monkey paw-ish, and then it's subconscious. So you don't really need to like, it's not like, hey, call him up and like, hey, can you give me $1 million? It's more like, man, I wish it wasn't so hot. It's like, oh, you made a wish? It's like, no, it's just a saying. Like, nope, wish done, bam. So it's not the best of wishing things. I'm sure there's ways you could game the wishes. I kind of mentioned a little bit in the beginning that you probably could. But, it's a story. You don't really get into like people gaming wishes. You don't have like a story premise if they do. The point of these type of stories are more of the emotional aspect of how the person deals with it than anything else. And once again, I think this visual novel kind of does a pretty good job at that. Anyway, so thank you all for watching me play the missing parts of Maria Gwozdek. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.